Hey guys, it's Angela from the Chaotic Life of a Planner. Welcome to my channel. So this video is a little bit later than I would prefer to upload it and, put it together, but it is what it is. So what we're going to do in today's video is set up my May budget pages. Now this is going to look a little different than it normally would, but hopefully I can pull it together and hopefully you guys can kind of figure out where I'm going and all of that good stuff. So here in front of me I have my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly. This is the 7x9 size and I do have the binder version. The reason I really enjoy the binder version for my budget pages is because I need more than just the 2 pages in between each month. So doing my budget in the binder version allows me to pull some extra notes pages from the back when I need to, and then I can just go ahead and use those. So I am doing something a little different. This is what I am using for my bill due stickers. These are from NICOLE HUTCH Designs, which I do have her shop linked down below. I've kind of went ahead and already filled out most of the bills that are going to be applicable to us. I don't know if I'll use these on a regular basis just because some of them don't really apply to us. Like I don't need 2 car payments due. I don't have rent. I don't pay health insurance. Well, we do, but it comes out of my husband's paycheck, so I don't count it as a bill as far as tracking goes. So I don't know. We'll see if I do that again, but I just wanted to try something different. Another thing that I've done is I went ahead and made a list of all of our bills and their due dates on this sticky sheet because what I found was happening is I was missing a couple bills. I mean, they weren't significant ones. They might be like the $2.99 iTunes or iCloud or whatever it was. So I've done that for now. My goal is to make a more permanent sheet and then laminate it and then stick it in my planner somewhere. As far as my budget kit goes, I have this May budget kit from Simply Smith Stickers, which I absolutely love. So this is budget kit 5 for May. I have the weekly check-in, transaction log, sinking funds. We have a bunch of thick washi, some thin washi. I actually think I have one more sheet of thick washi that somehow yes, here it is right here. I love this lace print. Somehow that got stuck in with my weekly kit. So if you watched my plan with me from this week, you're probably like, Angela, you have lost your mind. And you know what? That's not too far from the truth. I probably have. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using. Now, I don't have paycheck budget stickers, and I also don't have any payday stickers. So the payday stickers that I'm going to be using are from Planner CAIT. This is sheet S563. So this is how I will mark paydays in my monthly view. And then I'm just going to go ahead and leave room for me to add like paycheck 1, paycheck 2, and paycheck 3. So I'm going to completely set the pages up. I'll just add that later. So I think I'm going to do most of this and just speed it up. And then I may stop and talk, every few minutes or so when I have something that I feel like you guys might benefit to hear. But, and then when it's all done, then I will talk about a few things and we'll just see how this goes. All right, guys, so I'm going to get to it. Okay, so here is my May budget page. Now, I think what I'm going to end up doing, let me go back to my April budget. I have it listed as fixed expenses and variable expenses. And this particular budget kit doesn't do it that way. They just have it listed as expenses, which I think is fine. But I'm not going to do this right this second. I might do it in a little bit. But like I have mortgage and then I have like a bunch of credit cards. So I think I'll just write like mortgage, credit card debt, and probably if I do that, and then I'll have one for subscriptions where I'll put like Spotify, Netflix and Hulu, iTunes, that type of thing. So I think if I do it that way, I can really simplify this like big picture budget, which is what I'm trying to do. So I guess I don't really need to have, all of my credit cards, my credit card payments listed out on the monthly budget page because I have them broken down, or they will be once I do it, on this page right here. And then they'll also be on each paycheck budget. So if I'm just doing my monthly budget as like a big picture overview, I don't need them broken down individually. So I think that's going to work just fine. I love the way that this looks so far. This thick washi is beautiful. So let's go on to the next page, which are these dashboard pages. So let's see how I did April's. I didn't really do anything except write my monthly goals. So I'm going to go ahead and write my goals right now. I did talk about these with my husband when we had our first budget meeting for May. We've actually already got our first paycheck, so we already have had a budget meeting. I just need to put all of that information into this planner. So our first monthly goal is to save $1,000 from our regular paychecks. A lot of times, like if we sell something or whatever, we'll be like, oh, we're going to put some, such and such of that money into savings, but we're not really that great about saving from our regular paychecks. So that's what we're trying to do. And I can tell you, I'm going to try and do an April budget wrap up within the next couple days, but I'll kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what that video will entail. We did actually exceed our April savings goal. We have this credit card with Bank of America that is down to only like maybe 800 or 900. I think it's 8 something. So we want to pay that off this month. We need to pay off the garage door that we just had installed, and I think we owe about another $1,000 on that. We paid $3,000. I think we owe another $1,000. And then pay off Mo, and this is the guy that we've been using to do all of our renovation work in our home except for the garage door. And he's doing 2 jobs for me right now, which if you follow me over on Instagram, you will have seen those. Or, well, one of them is finished, and then the other one is still in the process of being done. So I want to be able to pay him off this month as well because I have a couple of other things that I need him to do, and he will not obviously do those until his other work that he's done for us is paid for. So we did pay him for all of the other work that he did, which was a lot. So I don't actually owe him that much. I'm thinking it's going to be maybe $1,000. So those are the financial goals that we have for the month of May. I'm not going to worry about all this stuff right now. I actually think I'm going to do something with cash envelopes over here, but we'll worry about that later. And then I'm not going to do anything fancy for this page. All I am going to do is go ahead and put down my bill due stickers and my paydays. So I'm going to do that. I will speed that up so that you guys don't have to sit here for so long, and then I'll be back in a couple of minutes to talk to you some more. Okay, so I have marked my paydays. This payday will be in May, but for the most part, this will be for June's income, but I still went ahead and marked it here anyways. Now, I started doing this a few months ago and I really liked doing it this way, is like one paycheck's bills are this color, the next paycheck's bills are this color, and then the third paycheck's bills would be this color. In this month, all my bills are the same color, but I can easily look and say, okay, from this payday, I need to pay all of these because we're going to get paid again here, and we'll have these bills that will be due, and then we get paid again here, and then we can pay these bills. So that's not really going to be a big deal. And then you can also see from my April monthly view that I mark like spending. Like I use the budget stickers to mark like a spending tracker. And typically what this is like if I swipe my card for groceries, this color is groceries. So if I swipe my card, I mark it here. Gas is purple. Weekend fun is gray. That's usually all that I typically have. So that's what I keep track of over here. I do not keep track of cash spending on this page here. All right, so next we are going to go to paycheck budgets. And like I said before, I do not have the actual script stickers that say paycheck budgets, but I'm just going to go ahead and set them up, and I think that it will be fine. I can go ahead and print some stickers later, or even just look through some of my older kits and see what I have, and that shouldn't be a big deal at all. So I'm going to go ahead and set these up. I will likely also just write in like income and expenses. These aren't going to be fancy, but it's going to work out just fine. Because to be honest with you, your budget doesn't have to be completely fancy for it to work. It just has to be functional for you. So this is how we're going to do it. And I do actually already have my list. When I have a budget meeting with my husband, I usually just have a cheat sheet like this, and then I go with it. So let me go ahead and fill out one of these paycheck budgets. I think I'm just going to take this sheet out just to make it a little bit easier. And I will probably use a ruler. All right, so I had a couple of distractions, and then that kind of messed me up because I did not push the record button again, so you guys didn't actually see me set this up, but it's okay. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I have my income here. I probably could do like unexpected. And then an over-under. So that works totally fine to do it like this. Like I said, this will be a little bit different than how I would normally do it, but it is not a big deal at all. It is still completely doable, and it's nice to change things up every now and then. Okay, so all I'll do is I'll write out my bills. Go ahead and leave myself an amount section. So I have it broken up into expenses and bills. So like bills are things like car insurance, the electric bill, which is GVEA, AT&T for our phone bill, the orthodontist, Bank of America, Best Buy, heating fuel, the mortgage, and then I have a couple credit cards, a personal loan that we have, and then Epidemic Sound. And then things like expenses will be, we started some sinking funds. Let's see, this was my food order. Then we have gas, groceries, fun money, pet expenses like dog food, and then I needed to get them some greenies because I noticed they had some tartar buildup on their teeth. Andrew's money, Mike's personal money, and then Benjamin needed some jeans, so did Katie, and I got a pair of extra toughs for myself, which you probably don't know what they are, but you should Google them. If you need a pair of mud boots, you definitely need to get them. Then we paid some extra towards Bank of America. Then we had savings, and then cushion. And then once you add these amounts and these amounts, it does equal the amount of our income. So this is a zero-based budget. Some of them were cash. So this was cash, this was cash, cash, transfer. My husband and I both have our own accounts. This was part cash and then part left in the account, and that is because we wanted to be able to rent some movies and stuff like that. So I actually felt really good about this budget. For the first time after I grocery shopped, I still had some left in my cash envelope. So I felt really good about that. I felt like, oh wow, this is like the first time that I actually had some left and I can make this work. So, let's see. Yeah, so that is the gist of that. And then I will do the same thing for paycheck 2, which is actually this week, and paycheck 3. So let me go ahead and put my thick washi on down for paycheck 3. I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful rose washi right here. All right, so there's that. Now let's see. Let's see what I have left to do. I feel like I need to have 2 of this transaction log because I need a spending tracker, and then I also will need a sinking fund transaction log. So let me go ahead and pull out a couple more sheets of paper right here. You shouldn't really turn this many pages all at one time with a binder. It kind of does make it a little wonky. Okay, so here's paycheck 3. We're going to go back to this one. Let me go ahead and put these in here. I did order the binder punch when I placed my Erin Condren launch order, and I am super excited to get it. I mean, I know it's only going to punch probably 1 sheet at a time, but I think it is actually really going to be handy to add extra pages to the binder. So I'm super excited about that. It's taking forever for my launch order to ship. I mean, I actually ordered like Sunday night before it was available to insiders, and like as soon as it went live, I ordered. And here it is a full week plus later, and it still hasn't shipped. But it's okay. I know it will get here. Okay, so here is sinking funds. Now, we do currently have 7 sinking funds. We decided a couple of paychecks ago that we were just going to go ahead and start it. Like, we started each of them with, I think, $10. And then, yeah, 7. And then the next payday, we put $20 in each of them. So I'll talk more about those in another video. But if you guys have been around my channel for any length of time, you know that I've been talking about starting sinking funds for hell and ever, and I hadn't done it. So I am super happy to say that I finally have done it. My husband and I finally have done it, and we just started with 7. And I mean, there will likely be more later, but this is a good start for us for now. Okay, so here's my transaction log, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put this sticker here, the date, amount, category, and a balance. So for right now, these sinking funds are cash, but we will be having some electronic sinking funds as well at some point. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put the weekly check-in down. I don't think, my goal is to try and check in twice this month. I did kind of do like a mid-month check-in in April with my husband. Probably wasn't really mid-month, but it was just a check-in just to see where we were at. And that was nice. I didn't actually like add anything up. Well, I did add stuff up, but I didn't write it in my planner and stuff like that, which is fine. And for the most part, when I'm spending my cash, I'm not going to go over. It's really, really, really important to do your weekly check-ins when you are swiping your card, because that I have got myself in trouble for many times. So food, gas, fun, personal spending, unbudgeted, and then week 2, which probably would be like I would do this one on the 15th, and then this one would be like my end of the month or whatever, just to see where I'm at. So there's that. I'm not going to do a debt tracker at this point. I'm just going to kind of leave this how it is and see how that goes. I will have to find something for my spending tracker. I do have this extra piece of thick washi right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. And then I have a couple of these thin washies that I can go ahead and use as well. So this is just another different type of budget kit that you can use. It's gorgeous. I think it will work really well for a lot of people. It is not over the top, but it is just enough to keep everything organized, and I think it'll work really well. So like I said, this budget kit is from Simply Smith Stickers. I do have her shop linked down below in the description box, and I do have a code that you can use. It is Angela20, and it saves you 20% off your purchase, which is super nice. Who doesn't like that? So go check her out. She's got some adorable stuff, and her budget kits are gorgeous, you guys. So if you are new to my channel, please do hit that red subscribe button. I'd love for you to stick around. Give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified of future uploads, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.